Just put your e-log on personal convenience truck stop. Yes, that works real well.
That's funny. That's definitely going on the video. What's going on, y'all? Johnson's Logic back with another video. I am going to put in a full effort to start recording every day. Which, I mean, I have some footage, like, you know, I have some back-end footage I'll probably put together. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, so I'm making this delivery, right? And I think I think my planner has to be drunk. Because number one, I'm out of hours. Like, I think I have like 56 minutes left on my clock, and so far my planner has planned me twice on loads that, one, I can't pick up because I'm out of hours, and two, I can't pick up because the loads are late picking up. So, I mean, they're, you know, for the amount of miles, you know, it's paying okay, but not really the revenue I want to make. Now, both these loads are, you know, one-day loads. You know, so the amount of time that I'm putting on it, you know, they both pay like $5 and $600 respectively. I only had to go like 230 miles, 250 miles. One of them was like 450 miles, I think. The first one's 450 miles going to Kentucky. But irregardless, he's planning me, and I'm out of hours, so there's not really much I can do. So I don't know. But we're down here in Savannah, or Pooler, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, whichever you want to call it. Shoot, I'm just like, I don't know. I wanted to come in and record a video real quick. One, because I want to test out my new internet. So, for those that didn't know, I do have a hotspot on my truck, and sorry, my phone's ringing. I do have a hotspot on my truck. I have a hotspot on my truck, and I was with one service provider, and on January the 1st, they canceled on me. And, oh, speaking of, alright, I gotta remember to process that refund. But they canceled on me on January the 1st, so I've been without internet until yesterday. So yesterday I got with another service provider. They were able to use my router and use my my SIM card that I had, because I bought a brand new SIM card. So they were able to activate me in 24 hours. So I'm doing this as like a test upload video, but two, I'm also doing a check-in video, because I know a lot of you guys were concerned on the last video as far as, you know, the 500-mile deadhead with no pay. What I'm waiting on with that in particular, I'm waiting on my now I haven't had any verbal confirmation from Prime, but what I'm waiting on is my settlement. So we get settlements tonight, which is Thursday. We get settlements tonight at midnight. So that, or midnight Central Time. So I'm waiting on that to see if they're gonna correct that. So, you know, everyone asking that, you know, what's the status on that, or, you know, you know, are they gonna fix it? I don't know. You know, usually, like, you know, like a bunch of you guys' comments said, you know, I'm super calm about stuff. I probably need to stop doing that, because I feel like, you know, I won't say people can take advantage of that, which they can, but I feel like the way that I handle situations here at Prime, and then, you know, situations that come up at all, I need to close this because I keep looking at this and I'm talking to y'all, so boom. Situations that come up, I feel like I can handle things a lot better than like a lot of other drivers. So, you know, you know, I used to work in management, you know, upper level management and stuff, and, you know, obviously in different industries. So, like, I kind of get, you know, that, you know, they get yelled at and fussed at all day long by people, and I just try to be like just just like the float in, like the not difficult. I won't say that people like that are difficult. I won't say people like that either, but like people who are not as mild-mannered as I am when it comes to situations like this. I feel like they get yelled and screamed at all day long, and so I just try and, I feel like me being nice goes a lot. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. And no, I'm not gonna edit this. So, and I'm going back and forth with my fleet manager now, talking with our planner, because he keeps planning me on loads and I'm out of hours. So, I mean, again, defeats the purpose of load choice. But I do understand. Like I don't mind being pre-planned as long as it makes sense. Like that last pre-plan I would have did, it would have brought me right back to Atlanta because I live there. So. Even being here, I have a home that I can go to here in Savannah. So either of those two places I'm fine with. Like, I have to take a 10-hour break whenever I leave here. So I'm going to go take a 10-hour break at home, or here in Savannah. And then, even if I would take in that load, even if I would have tried to do an 8-2 split or a 7-3-1, there's no way in the world I could pick that up. But I do understand pre-plans. Like, we have, at the end of the day, even though I'm on low choice, Prime still has an obligation to customers to pick up their loads. So in that sense, like yes, I'm pretty difficult when it comes to pre-plans, like especially like on the last video I have to deadhead 240 miles out of route to go pick up a load, like stuff like that. I know I don't have to do, like, and that's why the loads I do pick, I see what city it is, and I have a general understanding of the freight lanes to where if I go to this particular city, I know I don't have to deadhead more than, depending on the time and the day, I don't have to deadhead more than about 70 to 90 miles if I need to do that. So like Savannah, not one of those cities. Even both those pre-plans, deadhead miles were less than 10. So, I don't mind being pre-planned because I know Prime still has an obligation to fulfill. And it is, even though I work for myself, I'm contracted with Prime. So ultimately, it is my responsibility to abide by their contracts. Like if there's, obviously if Prime contacts me and is like, hey, I know you're on low choice, we have this load, we have, no one else in the area, basically, and I tell my fleet managers all the time, like, if you need a favor, or if you send me a load and you really need me to take it because, it's, to fill that obligation, you know what I mean? I'm completely understanding of that. If I have to take a hit for that payroll week, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to, because usually, and that's one thing I do argue with, is that a lot of times that I do favors for sales and Prime, and they'll say, oh, well, we'll back you up on the back end. A lot of drivers will say, like, no, they don't hook me up on the back end. But me personally, I've never had that experience. Every time that I've done a favor and they call me like, hey, we really need you to do this, I tell them straightforward, like, if I do this and you don't, and it does not make sense on the back end for whatever load or whatever this payroll week is, that I'm not doing any more favors. And so now I believe, because I believe every truck has, or every team, or I believe every truck has a salesperson. So my salesperson does understand that now. So like, if he has to call me with a load, he knows if something happens on the back end that doesn't fix what I had to do to, do the favor, then I'm not doing any more favors. It's simple as that. Same thing with the pre-plans. If the pre-plan doesn't make sense, like out of hours, like obviously I'm not going to take the pre-plan. I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize me. Like, I don't have any log violations. Shout out to Travis Kinley. I don't have any log violations. I don't plan on getting any. I haven't had a service failure in almost a year, unfortunately. With being a trainer, you get service failures. If you have any students, it doesn't have to be directly your fault, but since you're the trainer, you get hit with service failure. So it's been almost a year since I've had service failures. Like, I try and keep my nose clean because my CDL is my life. Like, that's what makes me Johnson's Logic. So if I lose that, and they keep changing our fleet plan, if I lose that license through, hey, I know you're out of hours, but we need you to run this, No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize me or my career and my family. So, you know, that's the things that I look at when I'm looking at like loads and stuff. I make sure that I can run it fully and legally. You know what I mean? Like, you know, honestly, if I were to get some time back, you know, I was able to take a nap earlier today. Okay. But I can't pick anything because I have no hours. Anyway, obviously, if I can legally run the load, I'm going to do that. If for whatever reason I can't, then, you know, I just communicate that with Prime. Like, hey, like now, hey, I'm out of hours, you know. Or basically, he's just trying to have me pick a load off the load choice so the planner doesn't pick me on something. But, you know, that's the stuff that I look at. Is like, can I make sure that I can run this load legally without jeopardizing my career? So, I mean, you guys know how I am. Like, I think logically. My channel's Johnson's Logic. I think logically. I say it at the end of every video. So if it doesn't logically make sense, I'm not going to do it. And I do that with trucking. I do that with decisions I make on, you know, my personal life. Everything. Like, everything has a reason why I do something. So if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars. I hate to steal that phrase, but I'm not stealing that phrase, but that phrase is, and shout out to the YouTuber. I believe it's I cannot remember his YouTube channel name where I got that from. It's either Just Trucking. It's gonna come to me in a later video, and I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, watching that YouTube, I watched a couple of his videos, and that phrase really resonated with me. Like, if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars. So like, if I ran that load, it doesn't make sense for me to run that load, get a violation, even though it pays. But me getting that violation may in turn change me to like lose, you know, certain load options or driving in general, depending on how bad the violation is. So ultimately, that sacrifices my dollars, so it won't make dollars. So yeah, man, this bothered me. I can't remember that YouTuber's name. If y'all know that YouTuber's name, put it in the comments below. I'm gonna try and find it on my own, but obviously this video will get out before I need to try and take a nap. But I just wanted to come and drop a quick video real quick. Thank y'all for stopping in. I hope y'all are being safe and healthy. Until the next time, hopefully tomorrow. And yes, I am still working on this truck tour video. I have been, for lack of a better word, pretty much a slob in my truck. Like, it's not dirty. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even if you look at it, like, it's not dirty. But like, I gotta vacuum, I gotta wipe stuff down. Like, I want to make a presentable truck tour video, and this week just has been it for me. So when I take my 10-hour break at home, I'm actually gonna clean, wipe down everything, clean the truck. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna try and record it today. I have to get groceries and stuff, and everything. But I'm gonna definitely try and get that out before the end of the weekend. Sorry for the delay. Like I always say, if you're already thinking, you might as well think logically. I'll catch you guys on the next one.